go that route and still power the mic, but it could. I'm not going to say it wouldn't, but I don't know that it would. So we'll put it that way. Then running that interface with the phone, and then the phone itself is nothing spectacular. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Yeah, that's right. S20 Ultra. It's a newer phone, but it's a few years old. And I'm not recording into a DAS. The platform that I'm luckily getting hosted out of for the mobile unit is Spreaker, which, like I had priorly said, they take the audio right straight onto their app. They give you the opportunity to do a few edits to it. They give you the effects board and the playlist, or the possible of adding to playlist, and you record and you throw it out there, edit afterwards. Few things that you can do. You can cut things out, beginnings and the ends. I haven't figured out how to cut anything out of the middle, but I'm sure the possibility is there. And if not, so be it. I mean, that's a pretty good program in itself. So, on the mobile unit, going to beat making. Now, up until this point, I have been calling beat making something that I possibly could have been wrong about. And you might be saying, well, B, what in the world do you mean possibly? Like, either you're wrong or you're not. And I would say to that, I was wrong. I must be. But if I'm not, please correct me. If there's any pros out there that do this for a living, or just have done this for years, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Send me a message or two. Let me know what's up. But what I've been doing was, I took an app, I downloaded an app, and it's a paid, you had to pay for it. And they set up about 6 different sections with 4 different loops inside each section. And you play it like a DJ would. You start one, and then you start the other one, and you start another one, and so on until you have your complete sound that you want. Record it, and there you go. You got your beat for a song. Now, I don't think that's quite beat making. That's what I've been considering beat making. But my conscience started eating at me and only because of this. This is why I think it's not right. It's somebody else's noise sound that has been made already into a track of some sorts. So they done made them a loop of a count of 4, count to 8 of a noise, and they've been putting it out there. You say a bass drum or a snare, and then you go and you find you a clap or a cymbal, and it's clunk, and so I've been considering taking those two, putting them together. Hey, I make my beat. Is that really a beat? Nah, I don't think it really is. I think that's kind of a cheap beat. That could just be me. I could be wrong. I might be overanalyzing, which I've been known to do at times. So don't think that I'm completely wrong or right on any of this. But for me, it ate at me. So I went out, and it took me a couple days, because it is kind of hard to find a mobile app, which now I also have a mobile app that is a DOS, but also is a beat maker, a rhythm and beat making system. So I thought, well, that is the it's to the it's right there. That's all I need, right? I mean, you need a beat maker, you need a recording platform, and you need somewhere to put your music. Well, through, I believe it's on Spreaker, but it might not be on Spreaker, but I know it is for sure on Persona Studio One. They got SoundCloud, which you can put a program onto. You can make an account onto, I should say. And from there, you can put your music on there and promote it that way. I think Spreaker has something very similar, and it might not be Spreaker, it might be another platform called Podbean, I think is what it's called. Something like that. Nonetheless, the possibility is there to where we can put our music. And so now, not only are we a couple of steps ahead of the game, but we are on track to getting that top 100, guys. I'm not lying to you. You might have thought I was fooling you at first, but I'm telling you, a top 100 we are going to be able to get. I believe with your effort on your end, my effort on this end, the sky's the limit. I believe we can produce a number one hitter. If not quite a number one hitter, at least a so-so hitter. Top 100. Now, of course, dream would be what? Number one? Anyways, might as well. And I've already put one of the beats out, and then got a promoter hitting me up. So, hey, we are on the way, guys. So, that is kind of my quick overview of how I go about getting a beat made. That is the so that right there pretty much is the basics of what we got going on here. And so, with all that being said, I do want to extend again a open invitation to any artist, to anybody that's in the industry that is either fairly close to Music City, because just like me, I'm an hour away. But not only that, but if you're not even close, but if you are wanting to put your name out there, you want some kind of promotion, or you know what I'm saying, promoting of, send me messages my way. Hit me up. I will love to do some interviews, some discussing back and forth the art form of making music as we are doing here, and just some insight. And at the same time, you get some free publicity sent your way. So, send me messages. You can follow the descriptions here off of this account. You can also go over and check out the other podcast, which is the BZB show. It also airs on multiple platforms, mainly Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon. It seems like I'm missing another one there, like two other ones, but nonetheless. And on that one, I should have in the description box a website or a web page where you can send information to, voice messages, emails of sorts. But we're just going to assume that neither one of them have it, and you are listening to this one right now. So I will give out my email. So if you are one of those people and you are legitimately wanting to be on the show and maybe help guide us in the right direction, and maybe you're just wanting to mentor, that's great too. I am down for any of the above. Send me an email. It is at Bronson, BRONZSON, Lane, LANE, 0 at gmail.com. Again, Bronson Lane, spelled BRONZSON, Lane, LANE, 0 at gmail.com. Send me an email. We will connect, and maybe, hopefully, here soon, have us a podcast out there promoting you and your band and your platform, the things that you do. And with that also being said, we will be able to help push this show, the BZB show, further out into the atmosphere, and maybe more people will head over and check us out. So there's my open invitation. I'm going to send that out. I'm going to try to do that at least once a week still. I'm going to try to integrate my email into the descriptions from here on out, just so where it is a feasible idea of somebody being able to reach out. Because, hey, we all know how difficult it can be to get a hold of somebody in the real world. And it's even harder to get a hold of somebody on the other side of the audio when you don't have a way of contacting them. And that's exactly what I have been doing on this actual podcast here. I had been promoting the idea of collaborating, and yet gave no way to get in contact with. So there is that. And until next time, where we will try to go over, we'll go a little bit more into the DAWs. I didn't really get to go into that very much, but we'll get to go into the DAWs itself. And it's basically the same kind of ordeal. You plug in a few little things here and there, press a few buttons, press record,